My name is Emelinda Martinez, and this will be my 29th year of teaching.
Douglas Heidi, and I've been teaching for around 22 years. About 20 years or so here at Southwest.
My name is Will Mathis, and I worked for Southwest ISD for 29 years.
My name is Diana Marie Lopez. I retired with 28 years of service.
My name is Captain James Cox, United States Navy retired, and I've been at Southwest High School as the NJRTC instructor for 5 years now.
Judy Foster, and this would have been year 22.
Larry Miller, 31 years.
My name is Edward Vasquez, and I have 27 years with the Southwest ISD.
My name is Chief Petty Officer David Bell. I've been with Southwest High School for about 5.5 years.
Such a fond memory. I first started teaching back in 1993, and I started in San Marcos. I was at Bowie Elementary. I started teaching 5th grade bilingual, because I am a bilingual teacher. And it was definitely an experience being with the students, because they all towered me.
Oh my goodness, the first day on the job, it was funny because I was an iron worker before I came to work for Southwest, and I didn't want to chase HB Zachary all over the world, so I wanted to get with maintenance, but they told me I had to drive a school bus to get my foot in the door. So the first day of driving a school bus, that was quite an experience, and something I'll probably never forget, going from a welder iron worker to driving 56 elementary kids down the highway. That's a change of life.
It was really, I was very anxious to get started. I had taken a 4-year hiatus in my career in education. And prior to that, I was doing working in another position that I wasn't a teacher. And so when I started working here in the fall of 2011, lesson plans were no longer hard copies, they were all electronic. Grade books were no longer hard copies, it was electronic. Now we were communicating with other professionals within the school district by email, and so that was all new to me.
I had been a substitute here for about a year, a little more, but I was convinced to apply for the job, and my first day, I'd been in ROTC for a while, so it was just getting used to the kids as a permanent instructor rather than as this temporary sub who came in some days and not there other days.
Family unity from the community as a whole, and then with a lot of students that have returned as teachers or employees. I've seen through the years, I don't want to pick on a board member, Daniel Carrillo. I remember when he was in high school, I was real good friends with his father. We lived in the same neighborhood, and so his kids, Daniel and his brother and sister, and my kids grew up together. Sylvester Vasquez is another one. Our kids grew up together, and I had 3 kids graduate from Southwest, and my kids from everywhere from Pony to middle school, football, soccer, they all played together, so there's that unity that developed, and so I knew of a lot of students who then returned back as, whether it's custodians to bus drivers to teachers. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces.
I grew up here, I went to school here. Kids I taught work here. If you go to convocation and they ask for all the Southwest alumni to stand up, it's half the room. It's a big enough district, but at the same time small enough to keep the family feels.
I think one of the most positive aspects of Southwest ISD is the support that we received from the district and staff, as well as what I truly think is a family atmosphere of people coming together to try to achieve the best they can for their children.
Well, I grew up in this neck of the woods, so it's like, I've been here a long time. Even rode my horse to school one day. back then when it was an open campus, but yeah, it's, I've watched it grow. I've watched it grow all the years.
I'm going to miss the people. I'm already missing the people. It's only been a few months. I retired mid-year, and I really did and do miss the team. I miss the group text messages. We text each other all evening long on a lot of evenings. It's not like you go home and the job's over. We continuously were communicating, and it was as friends too, not as just work. And we would socialize outside of work.
I'm gonna miss the people the most. There have been so many different people in every single line of work, whether it was custodial staff or the cafeteria ladies, and all the schools that I've taught, or especially the teachers and the secretarial staff, the office staff. And I definitely will miss them all. They have really transformed my life with their friendship.
Well, just going to all the different schools all the years, knowing where all the electrical and everything is, and and it's like, it's not there no more. Of course, you're gonna miss it, but it's time to go.
The students, absolutely that, and collaborating with my colleagues, I'll miss that too. I definitely will.
Having a place to go. I know if I continue working outside of Southwest, I'll still have some place to go, but it won't be a family-like atmosphere like it is here.
My wife and I bought a piece of land, an acre, with a little house sitting up on a hill that overlooks hundreds of acres of cattle and pasture that don't belong to me, that I don't have to worry about feeding or watering, with a big old 500-year oak tree that sits up on a hill. And there's all kinds of wildlife and all kinds of, got an old donkey, about a 40-year-old donkey, he walks up to the fence, and my wife feeds it carrots, and we watch the sunsets every night, and then we watch the stars, and we got a 30-foot RV, and we're gonna travel.
Grandbabies. I have 4 beautiful grandbabies, and family, of course, and then traveling and really extended plans, taking it as it comes. I have no real long-term plans, just to see what life offers.
It's an interesting question. Everybody worries about what I'm going to do. I don't. I will have more time to deal with things at my house. I'll have more time to exercise and continue my physical fitness activities, which I've always been very active in. I'll have a little more time to travel and do some ski trips that I haven't been able to do because the school schedule is not conducive to the ski season. I'm looking for property, and once I get my acreage, I'm going to build a new house, and that's going to be very time consuming as well. So I have lots of things that are going to occupy my time once I do retire.
As soon as my last day comes about, I will be traveling with my husband. We're going to be going to different parks here in the United States first, and will be one of the places that I do want to go in the future. We'll see how travel is I'd like to go to the Vatican. That is one. Go to Europe, go to the Vatican.
We do travel. We do cruises. We go places. We tend to go up, travel to Colorado to see the in-laws every year. And now that we're retired, both my wife and myself, we're able to go and spend more time with them, which is a great treat to have. My mother-in-law and father-in-law are both alive, and so it's wonderful to see them and to talk with them and to spend time with them. It's wonderful. And plus we get to see the other side of the family that we don't normally see very much just because of time constraints and distance involved.
Working on the ranch. Yeah, more or less just enjoy whatever life you got left.
You have anything specific you want to work on your ranch for? Or?
No, there's several things, you know. I have fruit trees and fences to mend and whatever, but no, just stuff to keep me busy, keep me young.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is spend a couple months thinking about what I want to do with the rest of my life. I was in the Navy for 30 years. I deployed 7 times. My wife carried a huge burden of raising our 3 daughters. So I'd like to spend some more time with my family, of course, and my grandchildren now. And I go fly fishing every summer. And I might dabble in writing or some type of design or something.
I've already started. I was off for 1 week, kind of relaxed a little bit, started packing. In February, I went to California and I visited some family there. And I've just kind of been relaxing and thinking of joining a gym maybe and doing some aquafit or something, you know, just to stay active. Because here I went from being super busy, my trip kept me busy, and then I got home and it just kind of, you know, went down. So I'm trying to think of, okay, what can I do now?
Finishing my real estate license, and then I'll get my appraiser's license, and I plan to do that for another 10 years and then officially retire. I want to officially retire around the age of 65. And so those have always been my plans, is to retire from one job, partially work at another job, so I'm not working as hard like as we do here, where it's 9 to 5.
Thank you for the memories, guys and girls, teachers, principals, custodians, everybody out there that was ever a part of my career here. Some of the loving memories I've got. We've cried together, we've laughed together, we've had some good times, we've always had each other's backs. And I appreciate the opportunity to be your friend. And you were wonderful people, and you'll always be in my family, and I'll always think of you very highly, and I'll always miss you, and I'll always love you all.
To all my wonderful friends and colleagues and staff throughout all my years here at Hidden Cove, Sky Harbor, and Southwest Elementary, and everywhere else, thank you so much for your support, for being there, and for making it a wonderful experience. I have really enjoyed being here at Southwest.
I'd like to thank the people in my special education office and the art facilitators, the assessment staff, and the speech professionals. Those were the core group of people that I worked with besides the teachers. And basically, I always felt that the people in my office were there behind me, and they were always lifting me up, and I always appreciated that, and that was a wonderful feeling to have.
It's really difficult to tell whether you're having a positive impact or not. And I've used this quote before, but you know, only anybody can count the apples in a seed, but only God knows how many seeds are in an apple. So you just keep working, and you're probably having a greater effect than you think you are. Don't print that.
I started working at SWISD back in 1986 as a pre-K teacher's aide. Throughout my 36 years, I moved to different positions and was part of the opening of McAuliffe Middle School. My last job as the district's PEAMS coordinator was challenging, but I enjoyed every moment of it. I worked with wonderful people and left great friends and coworkers. My decision to retire didn't come easy, but my new journey in life awaits me. Thank you, Dr. Verstuff, and all the people who made my life in Southwest ISD the best years ever. 29 years ago, I left Dilley, Texas to move to San Antonio. Southwest was the first district I came to. I was offered a job as a special education teacher, accepted it, and never left. Southwest gave me many opportunities to grow and express myself. I helped open and develop the daycare inclusion program for our 3-year-olds. Southwest ISD has always made me feel like I belonged and that I was part of a family. I will miss my school family and students. I feel bad leaving students behind since I have parents asking me to stay until their child is out of the 5th grade. If I stayed to please them, I would be here forever. I'm looking forward to starting this next chapter in my life. 24 years ago, I found my second home at Southwest Independent School District. During my first years, I was a substitute teacher and worked for almost all the schools from high school to elementary. Then I transitioned to a permanent position. I never thought that I was going to make it this far, but I feel accomplished knowing that I gave my best every day and proudly represented not only my school, but the entire district. Working with kids has brought me so much joy, especially watching them grow so fast, and interacting with them throughout the years has been wonderful. I will miss them and their smiling faces.
We are
We are
We are
We are
Southwest.